this is the second time I'm putting the bridle on for our ride today, or this week, and we're just going to practice putting it on nice and calmly. I want her to seek the bit, so as she goes to it I'm going to just gently take it away from her, and that creates a bit more curiosity for her. I really like that she's putting her head down, but if she forgets that, I can remind her with the halter. And I want her to be really comfortable with me having my elbow just sitting up here, and it just being in front of her like that. So not trying to get away, reacting to it being there. So she's nice and calm with that. And then to give her a little bit of incentive to open her mouth without having to shove my fingers in or anything like that, the really cool thing is just to put a treat underneath the bit and then teach her to go to the bit, to seek the bit. Good. And this is new for her. Good. So sometimes they get a little bit like, how can I eat the treat when the bit's in my mouth? Oh, what's that? Good girl. And then I'm just going to gently put that far ear through, and then the near ear through. Just that so it's nice and comfortable. And when she's just getting used to the snaffle, I'm not going to have it tight in her mouth. I never like having a tight snaffle in the mouth. I just want it to be in the corners of the mouth comfortably. But what I'll often do is when I'm bridling is I'll have it down a hole so that it's a little easier to get it over her ears, and then when I put it on I just put it back up that one hole, and then just as I'm about to take it off I'll do the opposite and I'll undo it. You see there's a little strap connected to the snaffle there, a little lip strap, and that's so that when we're riding, if she has some resistance when I'm using one rein, that I'm not going to be in any danger of pulling the snaffle through her mouth if she resists, and just keeps things safe. So it's pretty normal for her to be a bit mouthy to begin with, but the last couple of times she's had it in her mouth, she's been pretty good. She's relaxed and been pretty calm with it after a few minutes, so hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more riding with the reins connected to the snaffle. To start with, what I do is I will have a hackamore. I've just got a halter and a 22-foot line here today, just makes it easier when I've got snaffles and everything else like that. So I'm just going to turn that in to a hackamore, give myself some reins and a McCarthy rein which I can use to help with forwards if I need some rhythmic support. And then I'll also connect up my snaffle reins, and I kind of call this my natural cold starting double bridle. And what it means is that when I start riding, I'll predominantly be riding on the hackamore, and I'll gradually pick up more and more connection with the reins with the snaffle until I'll finish the last part of the ride just on the snaffle. So she's getting a feel of both of them throughout the ride, and then progressively more and more just with the snaffle. So this is kind of how we start our first few rides with the snaffle, and then as they adapt and are accepting, then I just don't worry about the hackamore anymore and continue with the snaffle. So she's all ready for our ride now.